Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about the Blizzard Anomaly 88. It's a great ski, awesome all-mountain ski, super powerful, but Blizzard has infused a lot more versatility into these new Anomalies, especially compared to its predecessor, which would be the Brahma 88. I think it's very fair to say that this ski shares just about the same level of power and performance as the Brahma, but it definitely opens up the versatility. It's a lot more fun when you take it off trail. It's a lot more fun in softer snow conditions. If you want to say it ticked down a tiny bit in power, I'd be okay with that, but I think it's really important to know that this is still a very strong ski. The way that Blizzard achieves that, they use a true blend wood core in this ski. It's technically a true blend all mountain wood core. They have several different iterations of their true blend wood core. And then we do get, in total, 2 full sheets of metal in this ski. So there's a layer on the bottom underneath the core, unbroken full sheet of metal. And then on the top of the core, that full sheet of metal, is basically broken into 3 pieces. So there's a central strip running down the middle, and then there's a layer of fiberglass that essentially separates that strip from 2 along the edges. And if you were to add up all of those 3 pieces, it becomes a full layer of metal. So in total, there's still 2 sheets of metal in this ski. It happens to be broken up into technically 4 different pieces of metal. So I think it's really cool. It definitely gives the ski a better feel overall, a little bit of a bigger sweet spot, but it's not taking away much power here, which is really important because people that ski Brahmas and now Anomalies, they expect skis to be strong and stable and powerful. And then some tweaks to shape here compared to Brahmas. I know it's been 2 years since Brahmas, but I still think it's a great comparison. The tweaks to shape were important, so they basically just kicked up the rocker profile just a little bit. There's camber underfoot still. In fact, most of the ski is camber, but it's not like high-rise camber that would create a kind of catchy, more demanding feel. It still gives you the kind of the pushback or kind of the resistance that you want when you're pushing in a carving turn, but you don't ever feel like you're fighting the camber, which I think is great. And then I'm kind of staring down here at the tail, because to me the most important thing and the big thing about this ski is they kicked up the tail rocker, and it just helps so much. Tiny little differences back there create a big difference when you're in bumps, trees, making short turns on the side of the trail, stuff like that. I really enjoy the way that they've retained really good torsional stiffness and edge grip and carving performance in this ski, but just added a lot more versatility, which is just really nice to have. We've had a lot of different people test it over the past couple of years now. One of the pieces of feedback that really stood out to me at our test this year was from Dave, a good friend of mine, great skier. He's a ski instructor, so he's very in tune with technical high-performance skis, and he loved this thing. He gave it a 9 out of 10 for overall impression. Basically said that it was a powerful all-mountain ski that can do just about anything in just about any terrain. And I think that's maybe a tiny bit of a stretch, but it's really high praise, and it's not something that people generally said about Brahma 88s. Generally, in that conversation, it was more, it's a really good carving ski, it's really fun on trail, and then the but usually entailed something to do with having it be pretty challenging to ski off trail. And it's not to say that this is the most maneuverable or agile or the easiest ski when you take it off trail by any means. I mean, look at Blizzard's Rustler line. That's where you're going to find more maneuverable, more playful off-piste skis. But for a technical, strong skier that wants that precision and that power on trail, but does want some versatility, the Anomaly 88 is awesome here. This is the 182, kind of worth putting on the scale here because it's not tremendously lightweight. Almost 2,100 grams here, 2,080 grams, and and it's a fairly stiff ski. It's not crazy stiff, but I think it feels a little lighter when you ski it. It feels a little bit more agile. And just a note on length, this 182 in a lot of skis, I love skiing a 182. I'm 5'10", 160-ish. But in the Anomaly 88, I actually find myself having a much better time on the 176. So if you're in between sizes on this thing, I wouldn't necessarily recommend sizing up. And if anything, I've seen more success with people sizing down from what they might normally ski. So that's it. That is the Anomaly 88 from Blizzard. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.